Okay. If you can see the presentation also, please. Plus. Thank you. Okay, let's start, I think. Today we are going to talk about how to boost your listening skills to prepare for the Russian state exam. And this topic, I suppose, is very important for you. But before we start talking about listening skills and the Russian state exam, let me introduce myself. My name is Šляхова Rегina, and I am part of a team at Moscow State Pedagogical University, Institute of International Education. At the moment, I'm at the master degree. I'm getting master degree at Modern Technologies and Teaching English. I decided to do that after graduating from Lomonosov Moscow State University because I thought that my knowledge of English is not enough and I want to develop more. I also have a Cambridge certificate that I got in 2014, quite a long time ago. I hope that today's information will be useful, informative, and you will be able to use it later during your exams. So I think let's start. Our plan for today is to think of some difficulties that you have while you practice listening. I will give you some solutions, and maybe you will write in chat some more solutions so that we could share or discuss them. Also, I will talk about active and passive listening, and I will try to tell you why active listening is better than passive. Then I will give you some tips that me personally I used during passing the Russian state exam, and which actually were useful and helped me a lot. And then I will give you some useful links. You can ask questions during our webinar in chat, or you can ask them after the webinar, but I will read all the questions after. I hope that's okay for you. Now, the first question is, sorry. Yeah, there is some problem. I'm so sorry. Just one moment, please. Can you see all the presentation, or there is some problem? One moment, please. Maybe this way will be better. Okay. I don't know how to put it away. Okay. I'm sorry for that. I actually don't know how to put this screen away, but I will read it for you. Just don't worry. The first question is, why is it hard to understand the English speaker? It doesn't matter if it's an English person or, I don't know, from Australia or from Italy, from America, Canada, it doesn't matter. Why is it usually hard to try to understand the speech of a person who is not, who is speaking on your target language? The first thing is talking speed. It is hard to hear the sounds and understand the meaning at the same time. When you try to listen to the person, you concentrate, you maybe don't understand that, but you concentrate on the sound, but not on the meaning. You try to think of the words, but you don't see the picture as a whole. And the second problem is that people, especially if they are English speaking, English native speakers, they use different contractions, assimilations, reduced forms that really make the understanding of their speech difficult. The examples you can see here, for example, contraction, if you say at the low level, she is, yeah, the English speaker won't say this way, he'll say she's, yeah. What's up, they say what's up. Or there are different ways to say it actually. Maybe you know some more and you can write them in the chat. And for example, reduced forms, yeah, for example, are you going to listen to me? They don't say going to, actually, they say gonna, are you gonna listen to me? Also have got, gotta, yeah, and I'm sure that you know some more examples. So this makes it really difficult. And the final thing, and I think it's also important, is the dialect. For example, you maybe get used to American English, but when you hear a person from the UK or from Ireland or Scotland, maybe, yeah, you don't understand him because, and maybe you understand the words, but you can't see the whole picture. That's actually really, on the one hand, it's really interesting, but on the other hand, it really doesn't help you to pass in the exam, actually. So now I will bring you some solutions, and if you have more ideas, please write them in the chat. We will discuss them later. Okay. So what to do with those problems? What to do? The first idea is try to listen to the same recording several times. Don't give up. For example, you heard something once or twice and you understand that you don't know what it means, what they want from you, and you just give up. Don't do that. Try to listen to the same recording, or maybe a couple of seconds that make you feel some difficulties. Try to do it several times. The second thing, read the audio script after doing the task. Many people and many students at school, at universities, adults, it doesn't matter, they think that after doing the task, that's all they have to do. They understood something, they wrote down something, they got some mistakes, and that's all. But that's not. Because almost all course books, students' books, they have audio scripts. Also, you can find subtitles to many videos at YouTube and other sources. Please read the audio script after doing the task. It's really useful. The next thing is it's a probable solution. Read while listening. It concerns not only tasks while preparing for the exam, also if you not only listen to audiobooks, for example, and we will talk about audiobooks a little bit later, but anyway, if you listen to them, try to find the book itself and read at the same time as you listen. And I'm sure that you will understand more on the one hand. On the other hand, it will become more maybe clearer. It will become clearer for you. The next thing, use the same word sounds when you speak. It is really important that you not only hear some words or some assimilations, for example, yeah, as you listen to some recordings, but try to use that when you speak. It will help you to develop your listening skills as well. And my like final solution, maybe last but not the least, it's working with short audio clips. Why? Because long clips are exhausting. The same is with, for example, films. When you watch films, you at one point you lose concentration, and maybe first 10 minutes were useful, but then you just try to understand what's happening, what's going on, just watching the picture. Also, a thing very important with working with short audio clips is that you can repeat or record several times. It is very important because when you, I told about this before. It was the first solution, listen to the same recording several times. Yeah. So when you, maybe you remember at school, after, I don't know, some homework dedicated to listening, the teacher asks you, did you listen? And you say, yes. And then what does he ask next? He asks, how many times did you listen? Because, and you also wondered, like, why is he asking? I listened just one time. Isn't that enough? That's not enough, actually. So you have to listen several times. Repetition is really important. Next. I found for you a 5-step method to improve your listening skills. I hope that that will help you and somehow make a structure in your head, and you will understand what I was talking about before better. So the first step, listen to the audio without reading. Try to listen and understand as much as possible. Yeah, and remember about short audio clips. The second step, repeat. Don't listen just once, repeat several times. Then get reading. So open the script and read it. I'm sure that you will find lots of words and information that was useful, but you didn't hear because your level is not appropriate for that. Then listen with the text. So it's like reading after listening is not enough. After that, you have to record the audio one more time, or maybe not once, and try to read and listen at the same time. And the last step is listen without the text. Oh, sorry. Listen without the text. What it means? It means that when you have done the first 4 steps, try to how to say it, how to put it better. Try to listen and remember at the same time the text that you were reading just a couple of minutes before. It's really important, and you will see after if we start from the first step and to the 5th step, you will see that your knowledge and your understanding of the text of the recording improved. And I think it really helps and motivates to continue and not to give up. Now, about passive listening and active listening. Passive listening, as I wrote here, passive listening doesn't work. Passive listening is when you listen to something without giving it your full attention. What it means. For example, you do something about the house. You wash the dishes. I don't know, you're going to bed. Maybe you're reading. At the same time, you're listening to some music, or in English, of course, or any other language that you might also be trying to learn. Or you are reading, and at the same time, you are watching some movie or series in English, yeah, and you think that oh, that will help me and I will understand something and my listening skills will improve. No, they don't actually. They won't improve because it's passive listening. Yeah. what you have to remember even after passing the exam and after getting the high degrees, I'm sure, don't let passive listening become the foundation of your work on listening skills. Because if you want to understand something, really understand and improve your listening skills, you have to listen. So it's listening for the sake of understanding, I would put it this way. Active listening, it is called active listening actually. It is when you make a conscious effort to hear not only the words that another person is saying, but the complete message being communicated. What it means, one more time, it means that you maybe when you hear some speech, you understand some words. I think you understand it when you listen to some songs in English, yeah? For example, your level is really high and you can understand these listening tasks at the Russian state exam and everything is fine. But when, for example, I don't know, your parents ask you to translate some songs, or maybe your classmates or your friends, you listen to the song and you can't understand, like you can't translate for them. You understand some words, maybe you understand some plot, but it doesn't get, for example, after the first recording. That is because you're not used to listening to songs on the one hand, because songs are really difficult to understand for non-native speakers. And on the other hand, it is because you're not used to active listening maybe so much as you want to be. You need to hear how the words sound and appear in context, and that's not something you can pick up passively. What it means, after, as I said before, after listening, try to use some words that you got from reading the audio scripts or some simulations try to use them in your speech, because when you listen, you understand the context, and this helps you to use the words. Otherwise, you will forget them, and it won't help you at all. Also one more thing that may help you during the exam, and not only the exam, be fully in the morning. Be fully in the moment. What it means? It means that, for example, when you watch some videos, some series, or I don't know, some videos on YouTube in English, you watch them to develop your listening skills. Don't just listen. Try to pay attention to the body language of the people. Yeah, videos really help with that. That's why it's very useful, and maybe more useful to watch their videos, not just listening. So body language, the tone of the voice, and many things can help you to understand the context of of every word, of the speech, of the person, what is happening, and that will help you to remember more, maybe. And one more thing, while passing the exam, this thing means being fully in the moment. This thing means that don't get distracted. So you have 30 minutes for listening tasks, 3 listening tasks. Don't get distracted by listening. Nothing should spoil the moment, you know, because of course you will have 2 tries. Yeah, you will listen twice every abstract, but something, I don't know, something can happen. Someone might sneeze or cough, or I don't know, someone's pen will fall down, and you will pay attention to that. Don't do that. Try to practice it while preparing at home. Try to, for example, you sit in front of computer, you press start for the audio, and these 30 minutes you're fully in your listening tasks. Yeah, that's really important. And actually it helped me, this practice helped me when I was passing exam. Now some tips. These tips, they helped me while I was preparing, and some of them are like handmade maybe. Some of them my teacher of English told me, and we practiced it together, and it was that was great actually. So first of all, read the instructions. I know that you know the instructions, of course, but it helps you to get concentrated. So when you read the instruction, you understand that, okay, that's the beginning of the exam. Now I have to do this, that, and that. Maybe you will be so nervous that you will forget something. That's not good. I think you understand that. Then take advantage of the time you have. Read the statements before you listen. As you remember, you have before every listening task, you have some time to read their questions or the answers, or just several seconds. Yeah, don't use them as much as possible. Why is it important? Because next tip, you can underline the keywords. It is also important, and always important actually, to underline the keywords. I know that not many students actually do that, but when you look through the tasks, and for example, you understand that you see the keywords, and you understand that here you have to hear, for example, I don't know, where is the location of some something. Then you have to listen some time. There, like somebody's likes or dislikes. That really helps while listening. The next tip is really contradictory, and if you have some questions, we will discuss after the whole webinar. Do not predict the answers. It is for the second task. If you remember, they have true, false, and not given three variants, yeah, and some statements. When you predict the answers, it can happen that you can miss or misunderstand their wrong and not stated answer. Maybe it will be just 2 points, yeah, or 1 point, but I think that if you don't predict in advance, it will help you to just concentrate on what the author is talking about, or maybe what the people are talking about. Then, when the recording started, stop reading, concentrate on listening. Why? People don't really, non-native speakers, they can't, even at the high level, they can't read and listen at the same time, different information at the same time. That's why you understand, I'm sure that you understand that listening you will listen something twice, and the text in front of you, you will have it for 30 minutes, yeah, or maybe more. I don't know what, how, if they get your papers just after listening, or you have them during the whole exam. Anyway, do not listen and read different information during the exam at the same time, because you will, you might, maybe not always, I don't know, but you might lose some important words in the recording. So when the recording started, stop reading, concentrate on listening. The next, extract may have distracting information, so use the time between recordings wisely. It can, for example, how can it happen? You hear something and you think, oh, that's this statement is about that, and I have to put like it's right, it's correct. But maybe it was information about the other person, yeah, for example. Or it can be about the other day, yeah. That's why the keywords are also important. Next. etc. Some more tips. Listen for synonyms. I'm sure that you know, but just to remind you that you won't get their same answer as in your papers, yeah, in the audio. You have to listen for synonyms, and while preparing for the exam, while preparing at home, when you see some, I don't know, some statement, and you see some words like, I don't know, some adjectives or adverbs, try to think of synonyms of them, or maybe verbs, doesn't matter. Then remember that the phrase with the same words often contains a contradictory answer. I think it was also there. Then the questions are always in order, do not get confused. That's really important, and some people may get nervous and try to think that some statement was, maybe last statement in the task was at the beginning of the audio. No, it wasn't. Do not get confused. After you heard some, I don't know, for example, for the first task, you heard some right answer. Yeah, the second task will be after, not before. It can't be before. If you do not know the right answer, cross out the one that you are sure is false. It is concerned, we can speak about that concerning the first listening. When, for example, you heard some audio first time, and you have several seconds to look through and maybe complete some answers and so on. And you understand that you don't know which answer is correct. For example, task number 3, yeah, where you have got 3 options. You do not know which one is correct, but you certainly know which one is false. So cross it out. After, when you will listen the second time, it won't distract you. Then pay attention to negative forms. People who make exam, they always put, and it is not only about listening, it is also about use of English and reading, and use of English and reading. That they put some negative forms, and during their listening they say it so that you didn't maybe hear or didn't pay attention that there was some negative form. And in the statements, yeah, you have some answer that may be correct if you didn't hear. So that's very important. Next, pay attention to the words like hardly, rarely, seldom, and so on. These words change the meaning. If you, I don't know, there might be a statement like, I go to the supermarket, for example, yeah, and after I, you had like, I rarely go to the supermarket, yeah. If you don't pay attention and if you're not fully in the moment, as we spoke before, you might get confused and choose the wrong answer. Next, pay attention to the context, what it means. When you, I think it's also more about the third task, when you have some speech and, for example, the other day I had a lesson with a student, and there was a text about some actress, and the question was why she decided to become an actress. And she said something like, I have a famous director, there is one director that that I love, and when I was a child, I watched some movies which he directed, and that's why I decided to become an actress. Something like that. That was what my student was thinking. But actually the context was different. She was talking about her sister, and it was just like one sentence at the beginning. And the whole meaning changes if only you hear this one sentence shortly. Then always listen again. Even if you know all the answers, listen one more time, please. And do not leave any questions unanswered. I'm sure that you know that, and I'm sure that all the teachers tell you constantly not to leave any questions unanswered. Really don't do that. because even if there are 3 options and you do not know the right answer, 33% is that the answer you mark is correct. And 33%, it's not bad, I think. Yeah. Now about some useful links. I decided not to give you many of them because there is not so much time before the exam actually. So things that really might help you. First of all, it's course YouTube. You can find lots of videos from native speakers or that can help you to learn something, some grammar rules in English, and you can choose the duration of the video there, which is also useful. Then TED education. If you don't know what TED is, please write in the chat and I will answer that later. But now, what about TED ED? Why allow it? Because the videos there or the audios there are not long. They are 5, maybe 6 minutes long. Also, you can choose the topic that you like or that you're interested in. And all of them, they have scripts, audio scripts. And as I was talking before, it's really important when preparing for the exam to read the audio after listening. And the third link that I suggest you take a look at is learnenglishbritishcouncil.org. Why I like it? Because audios also are really short, like from 2 to 4 minutes, like put it this way. Also, there are some exercises, there might be some exercises, and the description of the audio. And the English language there is brilliant, I think so. Also, 2 useful links for you, and I hope that I will show you actually these links. I hope that everything will work. The first one, playphrase.me. It is a link that will help you to deal with word sounds that confuse you. For example, you can't understand what does mean what's up, or gotcha, or I don't know, gonna, or any other words. There, just one moment. No, not questions, not yet. I will show you. I hope that it works. For example, you want to write down, like, sorry. Example, what? Sorry, one moment.
What's up, MK? We need to talk. Hey, Jay, what's up? Hey.
What's up? No matter what's up there, we have a way out now and we should keep.
Yeah, I'm sure that you got the idea. The idea is that you put some words that you don't understand, or that you constantly don't understand, or maybe that are difficult, or something like that. And their program, this program, playphrase.me, it searches these words or these phrases, or maybe these sentences, if they are rather short, in different movies, all movies that are in English. And as you know, most movies are in English originally. And you can here, for example, you can see. So WhatsApp was used like 1,784 times, and you can listen to these words this amount of time. And I'm sure after listening, maybe, I don't know, 50 times, yeah, you will understand it better, and you won't confuse it, or you will see it in like every audio. And the second link, it is this almost the same idea, but only cartoons. Yeah, it works. For example, you don't just, maybe it is with the lower levels, but maybe some of you like cartoons. That's why, that's why I decided to share this link with you. For example, the word eating, and you just can't hear it. I don't know, you confuse it with some other words. Here you have got different examples of these words in movies. For example, the audio is not loud enough, but I'm sure that you see the idea. So these two links will help you to deal with word sounds that you may get confused. Yeah. Now I think I'm ready for questions, and please write them in the chat, and I'm going to read it. One moment, please. Okay, I see some questions. Is it like YouTube? You mean TED ED? Emil, did you mean TED ED? Actually, it is almost like YouTube. I think I can show you as we still have just some time. I will show you here. So this is the site, and for example, you want to find some, I don't know, some video on the topic of what is a coronavirus. Yeah, as you see, it lasts only 5 minutes, and the language is usually really beautiful and appropriate for learning English. And you also have subtitles. Yeah, you also have subtitles. So while listening, you can also read. Yeah, and as I told you before, that as I told you before, the idea is that you listen and then read with listening. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I think I will show you one more time. I'm sorry. This is TED ED. Can you see it? No. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Because, now I hope that you can see it. Sorry about that. Yeah. So this is TED ED. You just the beginning. This is the site. You can find any topic that you want. For example, what is a coronavirus? Yeah, as I told before. And it lasts only 5 minutes, and it's really useful, and it's short. And moreover, it has some pictures because it's a video, and it also has subtitles. So I suggest that you listen the first time without subtitles, or maybe twice or 3 times without subtitles. Then you open subtitles and watch several times with them to understand the whole context and the whole idea. Yeah, also with play phrase, let's let it be the other. This is the site playphrase.me. For example, you want to, I don't know, like, what's up? It was already boring. For example, boring. Let it be just boring, yeah, for example. And here.
How you doing, Rosedale? Hi! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Okay, I'm just going to say a few words, and then this boring old dude will get off stage, I promise.
Don't blame me because your part of our plan is always boring and uninspired. So boring. So boring. It's like old drift in Periscope. This town can be like so boring.
Okay, I think that you got the idea. So you put some words here, or maybe the phrase, and after that you can listen to and watch and listen these words in the context several times. Here with the word boring, for example, 448 times. And the same with, not the same, with this side. Here you have got only cartoons. Yeah. And for example, with the word eating, yeah, we have the word eating. You can see, yeah, I think that here the like that. Yeah, maybe the recording was not loud enough, but I think that you got the idea. The same, but only cartoons. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Any more questions about boosting listening skills? Any ideas that I shared with you today? Yeah, I'll look through the chat. What series are the best for listening, American or English? Oh, that's an interesting question, actually. I think you mean serials, you mean series, yes? Like the Big Bang Theory and yeah. That's a nice question. I think that English series are a little bit more difficult to comprehend, to understand. And American English and series are easier. That's my personal opinion. I should say that's my personal opinion because I'm not an expert here. But I think that the ones that I watched, like The Big Bang Theory and How I Met Your Mother, they are all American, or The Friends maybe, yeah, these classics. Yeah, they're all American, and it is easier. I hope that I answered your question. Any more questions? Oh, Doctor Who, yeah, it's one love, really. When I was maybe I don't know, like 5 years ago, I still watched it, and while I was a child, adolescent, and at university, I loved it. Yeah, when we are, you know, on the one hand, when you want to get some spoken English, watch American series. And in Doctor Who, for example, lots of actors were from their language is not language. Their speech is classic, like High Deutsch, High English. It's full of different, I don't know, words and expressions. And it is also really beautiful, maybe, to listen, because their speech is beautiful. They all work in, not all of them, but lots of them, most of them maybe, work in some theaters, and then that means that it is important for them to speak so that people can understand them. So if you're talking about Doctor Who, yeah, it's a good thing to watch, but one more time, yeah, to watch actively, not passively. Even maybe with subtitles, but actively. About if different pronunciation or accents or dialects will help you in the future, I think that it will help, because you never know what will happen with you maybe in 2 years. Yeah, maybe you will go abroad, or you will to work, or to I don't know, to get some degrees abroad. And London is not the only city in England, yeah, where you can do it. For example, take a master's degree. There are lots of different universities. You will also meet different people, and not all of them have English accent. Yeah, they can be even not English people. But anyway, the more you listen and the more you train your ears, the better your skill will become, and the more you will boost it. Oh, you're watching, yeah. And also there are, if you were talking about Doctor Who, there are old version, like old series. Can reading original English help you to prepare for the Russian state exam? If we are talking about, yeah, it's a question from Supergirl. If we are talking about listening, I'm not sure that it really will help you with, like reading will really help you without listening. If we're talking about reading, then of course, reading original books or stories, I don't know, they will help, of course. But one more time, and I think that my colleague yesterday told you that you also have to concentrate. Yes, just don't read it like news you read every morning in Yandex or somewhere. It should be. It is hard work with vocabulary and with trying to understand the whole context and the idea of the author. Yeah, Emily, I agree. Okay, Supergirl, I hope that you that I answered your question properly and fully. Any more questions? Thank you. Thank you for listening, for watching, and I hope that the information today was useful and it will help you during your exam. And I wish all of you good luck, because I know that it will be tough for you, as it was for me. I remember it like it was yesterday. And oh, one more question, sorry. Is complicated in terms of vocabulary. What is V source? I just don't know. Sorry, I don't know what it is. Scientific channel. I don't know, but yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, the answer is here. Yeah, of course, we can't know all the channels yet. Yeah, one more thing, just to motivate you, don't think that you are stupid or just don't know anything, or you won't pass an exam. No, all of you will do it because you're preparing, you're motivated, and you want to do it. That's really important. Yeah, now I think if you have no more questions, I will say goodbye. And I hope that you like my webinar with me. And maybe, yeah, I wish you good luck one more time. And goodbye. Goodbye.